If you're struggling with money, let me help you understand the basics of financial literacy and how it could change your life. Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Rob and I document my 20s while helping fellow 20s. Right now, we're on our 10th episode since we started and I'm really excited about this. Grabe, looking back, nakaupo lang ako sa sahig, talking in front of my phone camera, and right now, 10 na yung episodes natin. Pero hindi pa rin ako tuloy-tuloy magsalita sa camera. So there's a lot of cuts sa episodes ko. Pero yes, we'll get there para sa young Filipino adults and for myself rin. Let's see how this journey go. And I'm really proud of what I've become so far since I started this channel. And thank you rin, friends, for your support and sa panonood ng episodes. I may not see who watches my videos, but thank you very much. We'll keep doing this as long as there's Filipinos na nahihirapan sa kanilang personal finance. Let's go. For this episode, as you can see from our title, I will help you understand why financial literacy is important and why it's an essential skill for us young adults. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor or an expert in this field. Please make sure to do your own research and verify the information I share. If you have any different views, please share them in the comments below so we can all learn together, okay? We will break this episode into 3 parts. If you're interested, let's get started. As always, let's start with the definition. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is an ability to understand basic financial concepts such as budgeting, investing, savings, and many more. It is an essential skill regardless of age or income, which means it doesn't matter kung gaano kalaki ang kinikita o sinasahod mo. It also helps us make informed decisions about money, which usually leads to a better financial health. And one of the reasons why I make videos like this is to help educate young Filipino adults in terms of their finances. Kaya kung pinanonood mo to during your spare time or intentional time, congrats! You're one step closer to building your own financial freedom. Isa pang reason is to break the barriers that surround money talks. Nahihirapan tayo sa finances natin because oftentimes we don't talk about it. Money talks are usually heavy and uncomfortable to talk about. Pero katulad nga ng parati kong sinasabi, the power of money depends on how much power we give to it. And it's like darkness. Sometimes we are afraid of the dark because we don't know what's in there. It's the uncertainty and darkness that makes us afraid. Same goes with money. The more we talk about it, the more we shed light to it. Kasi money is a tool na hindi dapat katakutan. It's a very powerful tool na kapag nalaman natin how to utilize it for our own benefit, then we can make better decisions in life. Eh ano naman kung hindi ako financially literate? Let me give you a few examples of the consequences if hindi tayo financially literate na sure akong naranasan or nakita mo na before. Number 1, debt trap o paglubog sa utang. This is a classic story, especially kapag nahihirapan tayo sa buhay. Oftentimes, we borrow other people's money for us to survive. Personally, hindi ako fan ng utang, especially if it's a bad debt. Kasi based on experience, naranasan ko yung iba't ibang horror stories sa mga inutangan ng parents ko. But I don't blame my parents for that because they did that for us to survive. Pero as I grow up and dahil ngayon na ako na yung nagmamanage ng own finances, I realized na we could do better and we can plan ahead para hindi tayo maging burden sa ibang tao. Kaya nga inaaral ko how money works para when time comes, I will be prepared and you should do too. Number 2, scam. So how do people get scammed? Usually, people who get scammed are those people who are promised things that is usually too good to be true, especially when it comes to money. For instance, narinig or nabasa mo na ba yung mga linyahang, yung 10K mo, gawin nating 100K in 3 months. Sounds familiar? Because it is. Sino ba namang ayaw mag-times 10 yung pera within a couple of months, di ba? Pero let me tell you that there's no easy way to build wealth unless illegal or you have generational wealth. But even if you have a lot of money, if you don't know how it works, how to manage it, and how to utilize it for your own benefit, madali ka lang din ma-scam. So, in a way, nonsense din, di ba? Which usually leads to number 3, bad financial decisions. Marami na akong narinig at nakita ang mga taong pinagkatiwala yung pera nila to other people, like their friend, quote-unquote trusted network, people like that. And they were promised to have good returns even if they just sit down or do less. And sino ba namang may ayaw nun, di ba? Only to find out na kinakain na yung pera nila or nalulugi na yung perang nilagay nila doon sa kung ano man or kung saan man. And some people sit on the clouds dreaming about the things they want in life that usually involves a lot of money, like buying a house, buying a car, whatsoever. And there's nothing wrong about it. But you have to learn and run the numbers first to achieve it. Kasi most of what we see, read, or hear sa social media or other related platforms ay story of successes. But what about those horror stories like kumuha ng kotse without calculating the total amount they should pay, only to find out na in 1 to 2 years, hindi pala nila kayang bayaran yung kotse, di ba? Or kumuha ng property kasi quote-unquote mababa lang daw yung down payment. But technically, cost more because of the interests over the long periods of time na nagbabayad sila. Or di kaya yung nag-travel but do not have any safety net in place. And kapag may nangyaring unfortunate, huge amount of bills are knocking at their door. Again, there's nothing wrong about dreaming the things and achieving the things we want in life. Because I want that too. But you have to remember that you have to be financially responsible first before achieving those things. So that when time comes, we will not be a burden to other people because of our bad financial decisions. Of course, sa kabilang banda ng consequences ng pagiging financially illiterate, there are ways to build wealth and break the cycle of bad financial decisions. So how do we improve our financial literacy? We are now living in the era of information age, where a lot of information out there through the internet can be accessible anytime, anywhere. You can read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Personally, hindi ko pa ito nababasa, so I cannot put any comments about this, but it's highly recommended by a lot of people and it looks promising. Or you can also watch shows in Netflix or YouTube like How to Get Rich by Ramit Sethi, The Minimalists, Less is Now, or you can follow international people on their social platforms like Dave Ramsey or Jade Warshaw. They usually give advices to people regarding their finances. Or what about local icons like Jax Reyes, Nicole Alba, Tram De Leon, Vince Rapisura, or ako. Para naman, even if mahulog tayo sa doom scrolling effect ng social media, at least kapag nadaanan natin yung isa sa mga videos nila or like sa mga posts regarding financial literacy, at least nai-impart sa atin subconsciously yung knowledge and pwede nating ma-execute yun anytime. Para hindi lang puro nonsense yung nakikita natin sa social media, no? Basta there are a lot out there. Pili ka na lang sa buffet of financial resource na gusto mong isubscribe. Ultimately, you have to start learning financial literacy now. Kasi the earlier you start, the more knowledge you gain along the way. And it's okay to fail on your first few attempts in learning financial literacy. Kasi I've been there too. Yung feeling na nakakatamad aralin, maglista-lista, nakaka-overwhelm, or minsan nakaka-stress talaga kasi pag nakita mo yung mga gastos mo, na halos wala nang matira sa'yo kasi you have to pay the bills, you have to support someone, you have to sustain this and that, di ba? But let me assure you na hindi ito parusa. Because financial literacy will help you realign your mindset or your point of view in life to your financial freedom and to achieve the dreams you want, as long as you're willing to learn and do the hard work. I will leave resources sa description below, including those na nabanggit ko earlier if you don't know where to start. And maybe I'll edit the description from time to time to add or recommend more na hindi ko pa nadagdag. I hope you pick 1 or 2 things that will stick to you as you walk your personal financial management journey. Also, if you found value in this video, please hit the subscribe button and share this to your friends, relatives, or someone who could benefit from this. If you have any questions about personal finance or you just want to share something related to it, please comment below so that we could all learn together. Or if you have any other question, you can slide a message sa aking social media platforms. It's Rob Bonilla sa Facebook or Instagram, and I will try my best to keep conversing with you. Together, let's help more young Filipino adults manage their finances para maiwasan natin ang financial disaster as we age. That's it for this episode. See you on the next. Jane!